Bhagavad Gita Chapter 1 Text 26 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Lord Sri Krishna has brought the chariot into the space between the two armies. Arjuna has asked to see who is present, and Lord Sri Krishna has said gently and directly, "Behold the Kurus who are assembled here." Now Arjuna looks, and what he sees is not simply an opposing force arranged in ranks. What he sees is the full spread of his own life standing on both sides of the line. The verse says, there Arjuna could see within the midst of the armies of both parties his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers all present there. And the Gita does not leave this as a vague list. Arjuna sees elders like Kurukshetra War, men who belong to his father's generation, whose presence carries memory and authority. He sees grandfathers like Bhishma and Somadatta, the old pillars of the Kuru world, men who seem to stand for tradition itself. He sees his teachers too, and this is where the heart tightens. On that field he sees Dronacharya and Kripacharya, the very men who shaped his hands, his discipline, and his confidence. He sees maternal uncles like Shalya and Shakuni. He sees brothers and cousins as well, including Duryodhana, the central figure around whom so much of this conflict has gathered. And he sees the next generation too, sons like Lakshmana, the son of Duryodhana. He sees friends, men with whom he has trained and lived, including Ashwathama. And he sees well-wishers like Kritavarma, people who have shown support and care in different ways across the years. And then there is something else the verse quietly implies. Arjuna is not only seeing a few familiar faces, he is seeing the whole army. He is seeing whole armies that contain many of his friends and associates. So the field is not divided into strangers on one side and loved ones on the other. The lines are tangled, the bonds are tangled, the world is tangled. So the battlefield becomes a web of bonds, a web of gratitude, a web of obligation, a web of affection. And now right at the center of that web, Arjuna has to hold a bow. This verse is not trying to give us names for the sake of detail. It is showing us something universal to Arjuna's eyes. When life becomes a moral crisis, it rarely arises with strangers. It arises through people we know. It arises through relationships that are precious, complicated, and deeply entangling. If you want to understand the psychological force of this moment, it helps to notice what Arjuna is experiencing. He is being asked to act in a situation where every direction carries a heavy cost. If he fights, he wounds relationships that can never return to what they were. If he refuses to fight, he allows injustice to continue and risks losing the very order that holds his world together. And the mind, when it stands in that kind of double bind, often begins to tremble. Because human beings are not built to harm what they love. We can harm strangers more easily. We can argue with strangers more easily. We can condemn strangers more easily. But when the person in front of you is your teacher, your elder, your cousin, your friend, the heart does not stay neutral. Memory rises, gratitude rises, the sense of debt rises, even the desire to be seen as a good person rises. This is why this verse matters so much. It shows us that Arjuna's conflict is not merely ethical in an abstract sense. It is emotional, relational, and psychological. It is about the collision between dharma and attachment, between duty and belonging, and it also reveals something important about the mind. When we are overwhelmed, we stop seeing the whole picture and begin seeing in clusters. We see faces, we see roles, we see histories, we see the part of the story that pulls our heart the hardest. Arjuna does not look out and say, I see an army. He looks out and says, I see my people. This is the beginning of compassion, and it is also the beginning of paralysis. Compassion is beautiful, but when compassion has no clarity beside it, it can become the very reason we cannot act. So the Gita is setting the stage for what will come next. Before any teaching is given, Arjuna is first made to see the full human reality of this war, so that the teaching is not merely intellectual. It is meant to address the exact place where human beings break. And here is the quiet reflection this verse invites for us. Many times in life, the hardest decisions are not about knowing what is right. They are about facing who will be hurt when we do what is right. Sometimes we hesitate, not because we are confused about the truth, but because we are afraid of losing the love, approval, closeness, or belonging. And when that fear rises, the mind starts searching for ways to escape the pain of choice. This verse simply shows the moment when Arjuna can no longer escape. He has asked to see, and now he sees. Not enemies, not targets, but his family, teachers, friends, and well-wishers. The bow is still in his hand, but his heart is now fully awake, and the verse invites us to ask ourselves, when life puts me in a painful situation, do I have the courage to see clearly without turning away, or do I have the humility to seek guidance that can hold both truth and compassion at the same time? May the wisdom of the Gita help us meet reality with open eyes and hold both truth and tenderness without losing our inner steadiness. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah. Until we meet again.